Alright, what's up, yins guys? Time for another video. I'm gonna go ahead and say my piece on this because this is the most insane and ridiculous and fucked up thing that I ever heard. And I've seen a lot of YouTubers talking about it, showing the articles and news clips about New York and how that mayor of New York and officials of New York, all those liberal officials, uh, all those complete imbeciles, you want to call them all kind of names, stupid motherfuckers that have the nerve to suggest to their people, the citizens, citizens who are barely feeding themselves and paying their rent, right? Suggesting that all the suggesting a solution to all the immigrants over there in New York, suggesting that they all voluntarily, as many as possible, take an immigrant or a family of immigrants in their home. Okay, what makes this so ridiculous and insane is, all right, if you had the choice, who the fuck would you take in if somebody had to twist your arm, if you had to pick one? Um, your neighbor a couple doors away from you that uh, ends up homeless on the street. So, okay, say a neighbor of yours, a buddy of yours, co-worker you used to work with that's maybe from down the street, say you found out they became homeless. Would you rather take them in or some complete fucking stranger that you know nothing about and have their asses come in there and use your bathroom and say you're barely eating, you're scrimping whatever your rent costs, right? Paying the rent late, on the fringes of eviction if you're barely paying the rent because it's going up, and you're living on ramen noodles, the cheap ass spaghetti instead of the San Giorgio, the cheap generic ass spaghetti that no matter what you do, you got to be careful it don't fucking stick together, and the cheap ass spaghetti that tastes like shit, ramen noodles, the cheap ass cans of soup that you get in some like food banks that has an awful lot of salt in it, and so you're living like the cheapest food that you can buy and whatever you get from food bank if you qualify. Yeah, and you got kids too. Yeah, let's this scenario. Say you got kids, and you're gonna bring a family or some you don't know where the fuck these people are from. You're gonna take them in your house, have them use your bathroom. You got kids there. You're barely eating. You're gonna share the barely adequate food you got that you got to ration out for yourselves, and then make it try to stretch it even for them. And yeah, maybe they grace you and them with a little bit of food stamps. Or if you're working a job, you're going to take them in your house. You're working a job, or the husband's working a job, and the wife's got to be in with these people. They're all using the bathroom. And maybe their kids are picking on your kids, and those kids can do no wrong, and your kids are uncomfortable. You don't know if your kid and some strangers' kids are going to get along, so you bring your kids in. How the fuck is that going to work? The most ridiculous thing I ever seen I ever heard of in my life. And the reason why I say this too is, can you picture? Okay, I see the local Pittsburgh TV news. They have homeless that lived in that city like all their life, or any city you want to pick in your local area. You see on the news the people that lived in the city all their life, they can't even find place for them. And then the right thing to do would be, I don't know, somebody that you'd take a chance on, and you don't even want to do that if you don't know them. Like I said, maybe your buddy down the street that lost his home, take him in and take a chance on and hope you get along and you don't feel like pummeling him and throwing his ass out and pray that you don't. Wouldn't it make more sense to take somebody you know in, or family members are about to be homeless? You got to worry that you got to be able to do that and get scrimped together to survive. So anyway, my thing is, okay, they suggest that in New York. What about people in the damn government, say people in every city, they try to tell everybody to do that? Yeah, that's really going to go over good, ain't it? You know, bring some, yeah, why don't they bring some, yeah, being sarcastic here, yeah. They suggest that they bring a bunch in your town and have you take them in. And yeah, like any of my lurkers or haters that just, whether my YouTube videos are that great or not, want to criticize because they believe in BLM, and then every single special interest group, anything that's as anti-American possible. Say any of my haters or lurkers, they don't be saying anything because I'd be saying, okay, show me in the video that you're taking them in. Anybody that wants to say any shit about me right now, if you do, you better damn fucking goddamn well better be showing me a video that you took some. Yeah. Before you call me an asshole, show me a video. I want to see if you're taking any of these total strangers in. If you're better than me and I'm an asshole, or anybody that you want to accuse of being a part of MAGA, you're in cahoots with Donald Trump, MAGA, or whatever. And I would always tell people, I mean, do I look like a fucking conservative? Do you see a fucking MAGA hat on me? Not that I'm against MAGA, but say you're against MAGA, against Donald Trump. Fine, but that's you do you. But where in the fuck you have the right to tell me what to do while sitting in your mother's house where your mother pays all your bills, and you're maybe 20s or 30s, still living in mom and dad's house, in a room in mom and dad's house, work 2-3 day a week job because you have to, and your only friends being teenagers who are only your friends because you're illegally furnishing beer or an alcohol to them illegally and all that shit. Anyway, that's the case. I like to make fun of that. Anybody who would be my critic or thinks they know it all, I'm talking about, maybe my haters or lurkers, or maybe your haters or lurkers too. Those kind of people. I digress, but anybody who wants to talk shit, the so-called activists, the so-called anti-this, whether they throw around you with MAGA and Dr. Trump. Yeah, Donald Trump, yeah. As a convenience, yeah, the ones that would criticize me or some of you, they're probably Mr. I still live with my parents. I'm still 20s, 30s, still living with my parents in a room with a computer in a room, and have a bunch of teenage friends. Have a bunch of teenagers that you furnish liquor to, and that's the only friends you have. They're friends with you because you buy them cigarettes and liquor. And say, Mr. I do all those things, and let me tell you how I'll fix this country. Fuck you in advance. Yeah, but anyway, I going on too much about that. I digress. But the whole point of this video is, that mayor of New York was pitching that shit to New Yorkers. It was all over YouTube. Can you imagine if they tried to suggest to everybody in other city, okay, we want to keep bringing them in. We don't want to stop allowing anybody just come in any way they feel like it. Keep them coming in droves, and you all in every single city and town, all your nice towns, quit being so selfish. Just bring a bunch of total strangers in your house from across the border, them and their kids, while you have kids in the house, and maybe the family cat or dog might end up disappearing or whatever the hell too. Not hating on anybody because of their nationality, but I'm just saying there's some shit like that that'll happen. Yeah, some fucking total stranger. I'm not saying they're all bad people. Yeah, first thing, your cat or dog will be missing, and then maybe all of a sudden one or two of your kids will be just disappear out of nowhere, and they'll say, oh, I don't know, it'll look like one of them crazy horror movies on damn you see in movies or whatever the hell. But yeah, anyway, yeah, the audacity of a mayor or anybody else in New York. Oh yeah, we want you to take them in your house and stretch out the food that you barely have to feed them. And like I said before, if somebody were to twist your arm and make you choose one, your wiser choice would be a former neighbor that you found out that got homeless. I mean, they deserve it first. You don't, you don't know. Since when do you owe a fucking thing to anybody else that come illegally, or just because some fucking mayor in New York told you? And just hypothetically speaking, I don't think they'd do it, but it would be. I wouldn't put it past people to try this shit and tell everybody in every other town to go do it. You know, just hey, they ran out of places and they ran out of bus stations in New York and other cities. Isn't yeah, maybe they ran out of places. Maybe they'll come to your town and say, hey, we need to use your school and have your. Some kids are better off homeschooled anyway, but yeah, we're gonna come in. We're gonna use your school to put them up in there, and your kids don't go to school. You're gonna have to do the virtual school thing, you know, which some kids might be better off. And then we're gonna take every single banquet hall or any other place that we can find, commandeer it, all in front of the people that are in your city that were already homeless. Like I saw that one YouTube video, I think one black gentleman, was it Anthony Brian Logan, I'm subscribed to. He showed a clip of a guy that was in a city all his life, which was a black gentleman too, yelling at him in a bus station. The guy that happened to be homeless and lived in that city all his life. They ain't giving him shit. He's still damn homeless, but yet they're putting these people up in there and telling him where he can't go. Yeah, that's what they want to do. They want to do that shit and go tell the people that are already been in your city or town all their life they've been back and forth homeless. Don't give them shit. Tell them where they can and can't go, and then put them up in all the shelters, and then the homeless, your own homeless that were, that could have been, your buddy's friend or your cousin's friend or your former neighbor's friend. That makes a lot of fucking sense. That's a deliberate slap in the face. And anybody that's an authority, that's a part of government or authority that suggests such a thing or just goes ahead and does such a thing, he's basically telling you, he might as well be just saying fuck you to your face. You know what I mean? And basically deserves to be punched in the mouth, put it that way. I mean, or at least kick the fuck out of office and see what it looks like to be homeless. I mean, like I said, like other YouTubers, everybody else said, you get what you vote for. And